It's that when I get to do these shows, I'm reminded how many awesome hit records I have. I like honestly building the set list, because when you do like an incredible festival, for iHeart, you're thinking about the songs people know from the radio, and like building the set list is so cool because it's just such like I don't know how to explain it. It's like a speed run through like my greatest hits. So it's like you start to be like, damn, you got good songs.
Yes. What's up, friends? It's your girl, Emily Curl, back here at our iHeartRadio studios in New York City. And we have Halsey here with us today. Can we give it up for Halsey in our studio?
Thanks for having me.
Oh man, it's such an exciting day. You have your new single out. We have a lot of music to dive into. But before we get into that, I gotta say, the last time I saw you in person was at our iHeartRadio Music Festival 2 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
And we were so happy to have you back on that stage.
I know, I'm so excited. I can't wait. The lineup is crazy this year.
This is gonna be amazing. We're so excited. What are you most looking forward to getting back on our iHeart Festival stage?
You know what, honestly, like, I'm gonna say something so selfish. It's that when I get to do these shows, I'm reminded how many awesome hit records I have. I like honestly building the set list, because when you do like an incredible festival, for iHeart, you're thinking about the songs people know from the radio, and like building the set list is so cool because it's just such like I don't know how to explain it. It's like a speed run through like my greatest hits, So when I'm sitting there building it, I'm like, oh, am I gonna play Without Me, or am I gonna play Bad at Love, or am I gonna play East Side, or am I gonna play Graveyard, or You Should Be Sad, or Be Kind, or so it's like you start to be like, damn, you got good songs.
Yeah, so it's fun to get to run through the Rolodex again.
Yeah, it makes you feel like really cool looking back on, your track record and your history, and just being like, wow, I've had some cool songs on the radio, and I can't wait to go play them for people who know them and love them.
We'll be in the crowd, we'll be screaming. We're so excited for that. And thinking back to that time, it's wild. You've shared a lot with us, over the past few years. How is the Halsey that was on that stage 2 years ago different from the Halsey sitting here with us today?
Oh my gosh, just like could not possibly be more different. I've definitely gone through a lot of life. I've had probably basically everything you can ever think of happening to someone all happened to me in like 2 years. Some really positive things, some not so positive things. One of the most notable being that I became a mom, and I have a gorgeous son who just turned 3, and he's everything. He's the best. I was
gonna say, how is he doing these? 3 years old. What is he into right now?
He's the usuals, dinosaurs, construction vehicles. Yeah, he's really
construction. Why do they? Yeah, they do love
I love trucks and machines. It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, he's really into the basics. He also really recently got into, he loves makeup, which I love. He's watched me do it my whole life, know? So he's so interested in it. And to him, it's no different than painting. He just gets to do it on my face,
Oh my God, that's the dream.
Yeah.
Is he picked up on any of the musical genes from his mom? Like, have you noticed that?
He actually has great pitch. Yeah, he'll go to sing something out loud, and he always nails the pitch, like nails the tone. It's really cool.
At 3 years old, wow.
Yeah. We had to work on his diction. His words aren't all the way there yet. But we'll get him
We're
there.
Close.
Yeah.
Well, you teased a little bit of like that time in your life, like you mentioned, with your trailer for your album that's coming out, The Great Impersonator.
Yeah.
Which, watching that, I mean, it's so powerful. Like, you open with the statement, I really thought this album might be the last one I ever made.
Yeah.
I mean, in full chills, this confessional concept album. Tell us about what we can expect from this music.
I made this album during a really confusing time in my life. I was dealing with some pretty serious health problems, and I was kind of in this space for like a couple months where I wasn't really sure how serious they were, and so I was starting to take stock of my life. I was thinking about getting everything in order, basically. And one of the things that was coming to mind a lot was I just felt like I had so much more music I wanted to make. And I was so regretful of every time that I went to write a song and was like, oh, I'll do that on the next album. Or every time where I was like not brave enough to try something and I was like, maybe I'll do it next year. And it became really apparent to me, like, the next album is not always promised to you. And it's not necessarily just because of sickness or because of tragedy, but just because of anything, because of life. And you should always do everything that you want to do in the moment that you're making it, just in case,
Yeah.
you know? And I thought about that a lot while I was making this album.
I can't imagine not only how scary that time must have been for you, but also scary when you decide to share with us.
Yeah.
How do you feel gearing up for sharing? I mean, you've already kind of told us about it, but even with this album, I feel like it's going to be an even more personal look of Ashley's life through Halsey's music.
I feel like it's kind of just like a bigger version of how I was, you know, telling the people closest to me. You know, it's like doing that all over again, but in like a bigger way. I feel like I kind of eased everyone in and I let them have their moment to process, and then I was like, okay, but now I want to have fun and I want to enjoy things, and I don't want to sulk, you know. And so going through all the songs, like going from like The End to Lucky to Ego, now it's like you can definitely tell that I'm in the mood to have fun, you know, where I'm like, it's not, I don't want it to all be you know, so dark and heavy all the time. I think that, you know, I was a pretty dark person who took myself very seriously before I got sick, and then getting sick I think changed so much about my perspective on life. But the main thing that it changed was it gave me a better sense of humor, and it just made me just more positive of a person, you know, where now I go to work every day and I'm like, this doesn't have to be hard. I can have fun and I can enjoy this. And what's the point of doing it if I'm not?
And you can tell. I mean, I feel like right now. So you're feeling good. You're feeling.
Yeah, definitely. I just stopped overthinking everything, you know, just kind of just show up and be yourself. And I think the best thing that you can do is be yourself, because if people don't like it, then at least you know you were being authentic, you know? Because I feel like sometimes if you try something that's not you and then people don't like it, you're like, well, I could have tried this, or I could have tried that, or I could have tried this. And, you know, when I just show up and I'm just like, I'm going to have a good time today, there's no way to regret that at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
And I feel like that whole concept is kind of the single that you released today, which is so exciting.
Totally.
Congratulations. Ego is out today. We were saying before we were rolling, like, it's rare you get an artist the same day a track's released.
I know,
so this is exciting.
Very exciting.
How do you feel with Ego being released, and what does this song mean to you?
I mean, I feel great because this has been the one that I've been like, I just can't wait for everyone to hear this one. You know what I mean? And the song is just, I think that it really encapsulates where I'm at in my career at this point in time. You know, it's about to be 10 years since my first album, Badlands, came out.
We were looking at that 25th, like, how is that 10 years?
I don't know.
How?
It's crazy.
I remember that album so vividly, too.
I know, me too. Trust me. The album changed my whole life. And, you know, 10 years later, I was 19 and I was about to turn 20. And now 10 years later, I'm 29, I'm about to turn 30. You know, so this has been like a whole decade of my life encapsulated in this way. And I think that part of maturing is coming to that realization that I was just talking to you about. Like, I don't know, we were just talking about turning 30, and like, you know, I feel like part of your 30s is that realization of like, I have to just be myself, and if people don't like it, I can't regret that I was myself.
And how freeing is that? Like, like we're saying, I'm 32, and like being in your 30s is the best. I was so scared of that for so long.
Yeah.
How are you? Like you said, this milestone birthday this month. How are you celebrating?
Well, I mean, a week before, I'm gonna be at the iHeart Festival in Vegas, so I'm gonna have to do an early birthday celebration.
Yes, I love it.
And I'll probably just do something calm at home. I don't know. I'm not really a big birthday person anymore.
You're not really?
Yeah, I used to be, for sure. And then, you know what? I've always worked on my birthday, and I love that. Like, I started a tour on my birthday a couple years ago, and like getting to celebrate it with fans, doing like the thing that I love was kind of crazy. Yeah. You know, it was like really strange to turn a new year and like look out into that audience and be like, wow, what a year I'm turning into, you know?
I can imagine. Yeah, it's so special.
Yeah, but this one is like, this is a big birthday for me. Well, 30 is a big birthday for everyone, but it's a huge birthday for me because everyone I get now, I'm so grateful for. You know what I mean?
I also love that this birthday is aligning with this new era of music too. Like, that feels like so poetic and so beautiful. It's
amazing. It's 5 albums, 1 decade. You know, I couldn't have wished for it to go better than it has. So we're super grateful.
We're so excited for you. Thank you so much for sharing your talents with us, your life with us.
Thanks for having me.
And also for your time. This was great. Can we get it one more time for Halsey in our studio? Make sure you listen to all of Halsey's music on iHeartRadio, including her new single, Ego, that's out today. And we will see you next time. Thanks, Halsey.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out a few more over here, and don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. We'll see you next time.